What would you do if the guy who bullied you for 4 years lost everything at graduation? I got into Weston Academy on a full scholarship. I was the only kid in my class who couldn't afford to be there, and Preston Montgomery made sure I never forgot it. First day of freshman year, he looked at my shoes and said, "What are those, Payless? Do they even make shoes that cheap?" His friends laughed, and that set the tone for the next 4 years. Preston's family had donated a building to the school called the Montgomery Science Center. He walked around like he owned the place because technically his family did. He never called me by my name. I was just Scholarship to him. "Hey, Scholarship, nice backpack. Did you find that in a dumpster?" "Scholarship, are those the same pants from yesterday? Can your family not afford laundry?" "Scholarship, why do you even try? You know you don't belong here." I kept my head down and focused on my grades because that was the only way out. Preston cheated constantly but never got caught because his family funded half the school. He copied off my test junior year, and I reported it. The dean sat me down and sighed like I was the problem. Let's not make this bigger than it needs to be. The Montgomerys have been very generous to this institution. Preston found out I'd reported him and made my life hell after that. He tripped me in hallways, knocked books out of my hands, accidentally spilled his coffee all over my laptop. He told everyone I was only there because the school needed diversity stats for their brochures. They let in one poor kid a year so they can feel good about themselves. You're not a real student here. You're basically a prop. I never fought back because one wrong move meant losing my scholarship. Senior year, everyone was talking about the Weston Award. Full ride to any Ivy League plus a $50,000 cash prize, announced at graduation in front of the whole school. Preston bragged constantly that it was already his. My family's donated $2 million to this school. You really think they're giving that award to anyone else? It might as well have my name engraved on it. I applied anyway. I wrote my essay about working 2 jobs while maintaining a 4.0 GPA, about my mom who cleaned houses 6 days a week and came home smelling like bleach, about my dad who worked a night shift at a warehouse so he and my mom would never have to see how tired the other one was. I never told anyone at school about my parents because I was ashamed. Preston found out somehow. At a party a week before graduation, he grabbed the microphone. "Hey everyone, did you know Scholarship's mom's a maid? She scrubs toilets for a living. Maybe she scrubbed mine." The whole room laughed. I sat in my car for an hour trying not to drop out with 1 week left. My mom talked me off the ledge. "You're so close, baby. Don't you dare let them win." Graduation day arrived. Preston sat in the front row looking smug, practically mouthing his acceptance speech. The dean approached the podium for the Weston Award. This year's award was highly contested. We had many exceptional candidates. Preston straightened his tie, ready to stand. But one student stood out not just for academic excellence, but for character, resilience, and integrity. Preston started rising from his seat with a confident smile. "This year's recipient is Daniel Reyes, me." I didn't move. Preston was frozen halfway out of his chair, face twisted in confusion. The auditorium went dead silent. Then applause started building slowly. I walked to the stage feeling like I was underwater. The dean shook my hand and leaned into the microphone. "I also need to read a statement from the award committee." The room went quiet. During the selection process, the committee received an anonymous offer of $25,000 with the stipulation that Preston Montgomery received this award. Gasps rippled through the audience. Preston's face went white. The committee unanimously rejected this bribery attempt. Furthermore, upon investigation, we discovered evidence of repeated academic dishonesty by the same student, including multiple instances of plagiarism and cheating on examinations. Preston's mother shot to her feet. "This is outrageous. You have absolutely no right." "Mrs. Montgomery, please sit down. Preston Montgomery's diploma is under review pending a full investigation by the academic board." The whispers turned into murmurs, turned into open chatter. Everyone was staring at Preston. His father stood up without a word and stormed toward the exit. His mother grabbed Preston by the arm and yanked him out of his seat. They had to walk past the entire graduating class to reach the door. Past every person Preston had ever looked down on. Past every kid he'd called a loser or a prop. Nobody said a word, but everyone watched them go. The silence was louder than any insult he'd ever thrown at me. The dean placed the envelope in my hands. "Congratulations, Daniel. You earned this." I start at Columbia in the fall. Preston's admission got rescinded when Weston revoked his diploma. Last I heard, his family's trying to sue the school. My mom cried when I showed her the check. She said it was the first time she'd ever been proud of where I came from.